shits and feed the horses. And they do this in another unnecessarily long shot. Not only that, but these idiots keep walking to and from the metal stakes they're gonna plant it to the ground instead of just carrying them with them. Those fucking idiots. Wasting time and shit. Anyway, in the stable, Marquise is immediately suspicious of Senor Bogan. After that, they're all finally inside the haberdashery, and there were a bunch of people already there inside the haberdashery. I really like that word. You're gonna hear me say it a lot. Fucking deal with it. These people are the super racist old fuck and the dude that sounds like his vocal cords are made out of sandpaper, and the extremely British Oswaldo Mowbray. At this point, in the interest of time, I think it's very important that I show you something I like to call the hate chart, which shows who hates who and why. Alright, real fast. Marquise hates Daisy because she's racist and she spit on his letter. Chris hates Joe for being ugly. John hates Chris for shitty war practices. Chris hates Marquise because he's black, and Marquise hates Chris because he's racist. Joe hates John for taking his guns by force. Well, he didn't take them yet, but he's gonna. The old fuck also hates Marquise because he's black, and Marquise obviously hates him because he's super fucking racist and because he also killed a bunch of black POWs during the fucking battle of some Rouge. John hates Daisy for being a bitch, and Daisy hates John because he captured her and he's dragging her halfway across the country to fucking hang, so duh. Marquise hates Bob because he thinks he's lying, and Bob hates Marquise because he doesn't trust it. And as well, though, he's just chilling, you know, he's cool. So they're in there, and paranoid John thinks that one of the people that was already in there is working with Daisy and wants to get her free by killing him. So with the help of Marquise, he takes Joe Gage's guns by force, and Oswaldo just hands his over. Then he tells OB to throw the guns down the toilet in the shithouse. However, John doesn't intend on killing anyone, he's just doing this as a precaution, since they're all gonna be stuck here for a few days until the blizzard finishes, or blizzes, or fucking blizzard goes by. Wait. Then they all sit down to have some stew, and John uncuffs Daisy so they can both eat like normal human beings. Then OB comes back freezing his ass off, and John finds out that Marquise's Lincoln letter is actually fake. Marquise made it up to disarm white people, cause white people feel better when they know that the black person corresponded with the president. So after that, Marquise takes a bowl of stew and gives it to General Oldfuck, and they sit down to have a small little chat about life post-war, while Bob starts playing the piano. And Oldfuck tells him that he's here to bury his son and whatnot. And he's like, that's interesting, I know your son. Then he puts down a gun next to the Oldfuck, and Oldfuck's like, you knew my son? You see, this fucker's son went out there to find his fortune, so to speak, and that fortune came in the form of a bounty that was on Marquise's head. It was still at $5,000 at the time. But when he got there, you know, obviously he couldn't do it because Marquise is so good. He got the drop on him first, and he started begging for his life and telling him his whole life story, which is a big mistake, because when he found out that he had this fucker's son with him, he was never gonna let him live. So he made him strip down naked and walk for 2 miles or so in the snow, and then literally made him suck his dick. So after he tells that to the old fuck reaches for the gun, but because Marquise is fast as fuck and this guy's old as shit, he kills him first. And the way he killed him was fair game because the old fuck reached for the gun first. At this point, Bob has stopped playing the piano and he closes it and... I did not alter the length of this black screen at all. This is genuinely how long it is in the actual movie. Fuck you filming Panvision here, Quentin. It's just a black screen. Anyway, some narration starts, which feels hella out of place since this entire movie had no narration until now. OB and Joe Gage throw Smithers' body out, and Chris, who was very fond of Smithers because he was a fucking Confederate general, whatever, claims Smithers' coat. Joe and OB come back, and then John and OB have some coffee, while Daisy